Hi everyone, hope you're all okay. My name's Rosie. Today I'm going to be talking about a mini library haul. It really is a mini haul because I only got 3 books because I get them leased for 3 weeks and I'm very lucky if I can read more than 1 book a week. The first book I want to talk about is a book I've already started and I'm hooked on. I really didn't want to put it down earlier, and that's Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I picked this up mostly because of the author's name. I read Pandemonium last year and really enjoyed it, and I'm yet to read the sequel yet because I kind of don't want to really, because Pandemonium ended in a way which not disappointed me, but it made me sad, and if I read the second book I'm scared it will confirm what I think happened at the end of the first book. So yeah, anyway, more about this. The blurb asks questions about what would you do if it was your last day on Earth. What would your last memory be? What do you think? And the main character gets kind of stuck in a bit of a Groundhog Day loop, and she keeps reliving her last day. And the back says, "What if, like me, you could live your last day over again? Could you make it perfect? If your whole life flashed before your eyes, would you have any regrets? Are there any things you'd want to change?" So yeah, that's what this is about. I'm not going to say any more because it will ruin it, but so far I'm nearly halfway through and I really enjoy it. The characters are really, really good, and even though I'm not even halfway through, they're really well developed and they're realistic. Everybody knows people like these characters, so you can certainly not relate to them unless you like them, but you know that they're realistic kind of characters. What annoyed me about this, and it's not actually a criticism of the book, is somebody clearly read this while putting nail varnish on, because there are bits of glitter nail varnish stuck to the pages and that is winding me up. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it apart from that. The second book I picked up was Sherlock Holmes and the Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. This book is on my 2014 genre challenge, which I'll be filming the video for later, so this t-shirt crops up again. I've not worn it like 5 days in a row. I'm just having a video session this afternoon. So yeah, this book, I was given a copy of this book when I was about 9 years old by somebody at school, and I was put off it because of the picture of the hound on the front cover. I was terrified by them at that age, so I didn't want to read it. I actually didn't intend to read this book, but my library has a really disappointing collection of Sherlock Holmes books. What seriously annoyed me is the only Sherlock books they've got are the ones with the BBC front cover. They can't be more than 2, 3, 4 years old at most. How long has the Sherlock Holmes stories been around? They didn't have a single old one. They were all on this cover, and they only had about 4 books in the first place, which, yeah, that's my library rant over, but I was disappointed with them for that. I watched the episode of this book a few months ago. It can't have been that long ago, but I really can't remember what happened, which surprised me really. I thought I'd remembered. I think they kind of all merge into one really. Sherlock and Dr. Watson are called out to try and help the Baskerville family who are cursed, and it's something to do with a hound. It's really disappointing that I can't remember what happened in the TV episode at least. The last book is one I'm going to struggle to talk about at great length, even worse than that Sherlock one, because I don't really know too much about it and the blurb isn't too descriptive, but that's Queen of Nowhere by Jane Fenn. This is a sci-fi. I picked it up because Queen of Nowhere sounds pretty interesting and the front cover looks cool. Looking at the blurb, it looks like the main character, called Bez it appears, is fighting against some race or species called the Seed. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but it's spelled Sidhe, so I'm just assuming that the H and the E are silent. I could be entirely wrong. Who apparently look like us and they live amongst us, but they've got these extraordinary talents, like physical and mental abilities. She's fighting against them in a kind of secret war, so I'm quite excited to find out how this one turns out. It's not often I just pick up a book off the shelf without researching it to death on Goodreads and usually spoiling it for myself. So I'm excited to find out how this one turns out. My mini review will no doubt turn up in either my January roundup or my February roundup, depending on how quick I get through these books. That's my mini library haul. I told you it was mini. Let me know what you're reading at the moment in the comments below, and if you enjoyed my ramblings then please hit subscribe wherever that button might be. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye. This is book. No, I'm just waving this book around.